Hello teacher, my name is Nông Thị Phượng. I'm in class K65 of teaching English and I come from Đắk Lắk province. Today I would like to present my answers of listening and speaking 3 with part 2 and part 3 questions. The first one is part 2. Describe a language other than English that you would like to learn. Well, I've always aspired to be a multilingual individual and beyond English and Chinese, French has always piqued my interest. Initially, I was drawn to the Japanese, captivated by its unique culture and aesthetic. However, the daunting complexity of its writing system, kanji, made me reconsider. French, with its familiar Latin alphabet, seemed like a more approachable option. And learning a new language is undoubtedly a challenging endeavor. It took me years of dedicated study to master English, and I anticipate a similar journey with French. But every language learner knows that progress is made in small steps. I'm ready to embrace with challenges from memorizing vocabulary and mastering complex grammar rules. The reward of being able to communicate fluently in a new language is a powerful motivator. I'm excited to explore the rich cultural heritage of French-speaking countries, from the elegance of Paris to the vibrant energy of Montreal. With each new word and phrase I learn, I'm opening doors to new experiences and perspectives. Alright, now part 3 with 4 questions. Question number 1. Do you believe that learning multiple languages simultaneously is always advantageous? I don't think it is always advantageous. On one hand, learning 2 or more languages at the same time can be very beneficial because it improves memory and makes people more flexible in communication. For example, in many European countries, students learn English and French together, and this gives them better chances to study abroad and find international jobs. But on the other hand, it can be so quite difficult. Learners may confuse vocabularies or grammar rules, especially if the languages are similar. This sometimes slows down their progress and makes them less confident. So overall, I could say learning multiple languages is helpful for some people, but it is not suitable for everyone. And in many cases, it is better to focus on one language first before moving to another. Question number 2. Do you think the current necessity for language study differs from the past? Yes, I think it is quite different. In the past, foreign languages were mainly studied by diplomats, traders, or people in special professions. Ordinary people didn't really need them. But today, because of globalization and technology, languages are necessary for almost everyone. For example, university students like me need English to research papers, and many companies also require employees to communicate with international clients. So language learning has become more of a basic skill rather than a special ability. Question number 3. Do you believe the approach to learning a new language differs from 10 years ago? Yes, definitely. 10 years ago, learning was mostly classroom-based, using textbooks and traditional grammar exercises, but now technology plays a much bigger role. Many learners use apps, online videos, and even social media to practice speaking and listening. For example, I often use YouTube to learn pronunciation and practice listening skills. This shows that language learning has become more self-directed and flexible compared to the past. And the last question, number 4, will globalization eventually lead to the extinction of some minor languages? Why or why not? Yes, I believe globalization might cause some minor languages and disappear. This is because young people often prefer to use dominant languages like English or Chinese, especially for education and work. For example, in some African countries, children grow up speaking English at school while their traditional languages are only used by older generations. However, I think extinction is not inevitable. If governments support minority languages through education and media, like what has been done with Welsh in the UK, these languages can survive. Yeah, so that's all of my answer. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye.